All right, my friends, I am going to mute us all. So we are now all muted except for me. You should be able to hear me, but you probably can't hear anybody else. But that's okay. At the end, we will open it back up so we can all hear each other. Before we get started, I have been missing us singing our gathering song so much, so I'm wondering if you could sing it with me at your houses. Come gather, come gather, come gather by me. 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 Now that we are gathered, I want to talk about the kind of story we are going to hear today. This story is called a Choose Your Own Adventure story. So that means I need your help to tell it. If anybody wants to volunteer to choose part of the adventure, do it now so I know who feels comfortable choosing. So I see Ella, looks like Noah, it looks like June and Nicholas, Grayson, Easton, Emmy, Caroline, maybe Nina. It looks like just about everybody. Perfect. I was hoping you would say that. So we are going to start off trying to imagine a place in our minds. So imagine that we are in a beautiful forest. And it has a mud hill, and it has a rolling hill, and it has a pond, and it has a yurt, and it has climbing trees. Now close your eyes. I'm going to count to 10 and you see if you can picture that in your mind. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, raise your hand if you saw something in your imagination. Now, raise your hand if you thought we went to the school. We did! We took an adventure to the school, and that's where we are in our minds right now. We are pretending we are at Forest School. But that is where I imagined we were, and we were there all together. Oh, so now we are sitting on our mud hill and we are playing. We are, let's check in with Grayson. Let's see, Grayson, can you tell us, what are we doing on our mud hill? Do you know what we're doing on our mud hill, Grayson?
Yes.
What are we doing on our mud hill?
Rolling down it.
We are rolling down our mud hill. Let's see, Emmy, what are we doing on our mud hill?
We're using it for kitchen stuff.
We're using it for kitchen stuff. I love it. We would totally do that. Noah, what are we doing on our mud hill? What do you imagine?
We're making cups.
Oh, we're making cups. I love making cups. That is one of my most favorite activities. Let's check in with Easton, see what Easton thinks. Easton, what are we doing on our mud hill?
We are getting messy.
We're getting messy.
You're getting messy.
We are getting messy, and that is so fun. We love getting messy on our mud hill. And Ella, what are we doing on our mud hill in your imagination?
together.
We always play together, so maybe we're playing together on our mud hill. And June, what do you think we're doing on our mud hill? Maybe we'll come back to June. Nicholas, would you like to think of something we're doing on our mud hill? What are we doing?
Rolling down the hill.
We're rolling down the hill. I love it. We love rolling down that muddy hill. And Caroline, do you want to think of something? What are we doing on our hill? Oh, I can't unmute you. We'll have to imagine. Oh, there she is. Now I can hear you. We'll come back. Oh, we have mud on our boots. We love scraping the mud from the boots. That is also a favorite activity. And then last, we'll check in with Nina down here. Nina, what are we doing on our mud hill?
Making mud snowman.
Mud snowman. I love it. So now we are in the right spot and we're imagining we're doing all these things. We heard so many fun things to do. So this day, I have to find my, oh, there's my special friend. I don't know if you remember my special friend named Grass Hair, is what we'll call them. They have wiggly eyes and grassy hair and a grassy body. One day, Grass Hair and I went to school and we explored all the mud on the mud hill. And we made a cave and we made a bakery and we ran around like unicorns and we rolled down the hill and we scraped all the mud off our boots and we definitely made some mud cups. That is one of our favorite things to do, is make mud cups. And we played together. It was such fun. But Grass Hair said, should we go somewhere to adventure? I think we should play treasure hunt. Of course, I said excitedly, because that makes me really happy. I love treasure hunts. That sounds like so much fun. But where should we go? Do we have a map? Do we have a map? Of course we have a map. Here it is. Wait, I can't read that map. That map is so tiny. Huh. Wait. What if we took a knot of stick, we made it into a magic wand, and the magic wand could make the map bigger. Let's see. I've got some sticks here. Oh, this looks like a great magic wand. Oh, I don't know though. Magic can sometimes be tricky, but I guess we could try it. So if we use the magic wand, we'll go to another page. If we don't, we'll continue on. So I'm going to let Easton, you can choose for us this time. Easton, are we going to use the magic wand or not? What should we do? Use the magic wand? Perfect.
Yeah.
We're going to use the magic wand. Okay, Grass Hair, let's use this wand. The spell goes cluckety-clue. Big to do. Make this map bigger than you. Oh no. Grass Hair turned into a big map. Look how big that map is. Well, should we follow the Grass Hair map? June, raise your hand if you think we should follow the map. Maybe? Is June raising her? Yeah, June is raising her hand. We can also go back to the tiny map. That's our other choice. I don't know, that map looks pretty fun. So since we followed the map, we're gonna go here. Okay, Grasshair, let's follow you. I'm now a little concerned that Grasshair has turned into a map. Oh, Miss Keelan, I love being a map. It is so cool. Grasshair is not concerned at all. So we follow with Grasshair, I mean the map, and we notice a big X. Do you spy that big X? If you see the big X, raise your hand. Do you spy it? Let's see, Noah, can you tell us where is the big X? Do you recognize that place?
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Wow. Yes.
Yeah. If you can recognize where we are, raise your hand. Oh, I see Grayson's hand. Grayson, do you recognize where we are?
Yeah.
Where are we? Where's the X? It's by the yurt. Do you see the yurt?
Yeah.
Right there.
Ava, out. Mommy, Ava's not getting out. Girls, can you please sleep right now?
So we want to decide if we want to get there by the rolling hill or by Mary's Woods. So, Emmy, which way should we go? Should we go the rolling hill or should we go to Mary's Woods?
Oh, there you go. She unmuted you. Go ahead.
Rolling hill.
Rolling hill. Okay. So we are going to take the rolling hill path. Do you see the rolling hill? All right, let's see what happens if we take the rolling hill path. We walk towards the rolling hill. There it is. That is where we notice a bunch of splashy puddles over by the warehouse. Look at all those splashy puddles. So we decide we have to splash in them. I mean, it's forest school. You have to splash in puddles. So we splash, and I have some water that I can splash in with my fingers. Book, book, book. Oh, do you hear the splashing? Oh, but doing this, we turned the map back into Grasshair. Those puddles were magic. So now we have no map, but we can use our memory to make a new map with things that we find in nature, or we can go back to page 2 with Grasshair and the tiny map. So let's see who wants to choose this time. Ella, do you want to choose this time? What should we do, Ella? Should we go back or use our memory?
I'm going to use my memory.
Oh, we're going to use our memory. Okay, great. So let's think about all the things that we saw. And we are going to follow our new nature map. So we remember that the X is by the yurt. But now we can't remember if we should do Mary's Woods or the garden to get there. And who wants to choose this one? I see Nina has not answered one yet, so we'll let Nina answer. Nina, are we going to the garden or Mary's Woods?
Garden.
The garden. Okay, so we are going to travel by the garden. Here we go. And we're walking and we're walking and we're walking. Shoop, boop, Boobity boop. Grass hair has turned back into a large map. Well, excellent. Choosing the garden way set off a spell that turned them back into the map. So now, should we try to go to Mary's Woods? I think that's the only place we haven't been. Who thinks we should do Mary's Woods? Nicholas, what do you think? Do you think Mary's Woods? Do you think we should go to Mary's Woods? No? Where should we go?
Mountain.
Oh, the mountains. You want to go back to the rolling hill. Well, that works out because when we go back to the rolling hill, what happens? We splash in the water and then grass hair turns back into grass hair and is no longer a map. So now we can choose again to go to Mary's Woods or continue through the garden again. So I see Noah. Noah, what should we do?
Want to go to Mary's Woods.
Go to Mary's Woods? All right, let's go to Mary's Woods. So we're walking and we're walking and we're walking. Gotta find the magic page that says what we do when we get to Mary's Woods. Oh, there comes my doggie. All right, we choose to go past Mary's Woods to get to the yurt. But we just had to stop because we have found the most glorious mud to play in. It is squishy, sticky, and wonderful. We decide that we have to go sliding in it. So we slide on our bellies into the mud. We decide to turn ourselves into something. We paint our faces. Little face paint here. Whoop, there we go. Lots of face paint. And we get our boots stuck. And we squish and squash and squish and squash. And we know that if we wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Can you wiggle? Can I see everybody wiggle? Get those boots out. Yes, there we go. Get the boots out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Woo! We are free from the mud and we can continue to the yurt. We make it through that sticky mud and we notice a lot of buckthorn branches around us. So we decide that we have to make a fort. We use the sticky mud and we attach all the branches together. We also decide that this is not a people fort. This is not a grass hair fort, but it is a kitty fort. So we use our mud again and we make ourselves look like kitties. Some little whiskers. And some more whiskers. And ears. I've got some ears. Meow! And now we are ready to play in our fort. Meow, meow, meow. Grass hair. Should we continue through the mud to find our treasure? So we make our way through the mud by the yurt, and by the X, we see the most wonderful nature treasure that you could imagine. We see really long dragon sticks. We see willow branches that we know we can turn into beautiful crowns. And we see grasses so we could make more grass hairs if we want. we also have found puddles of water, and we know that we can get our mud wet and we can cook up some yummy things in that water. And food is such a wonderful treasure. So that was a great adventure. Thank you all for coming on it with me.